Hi everyone, we've got a little bit of a different video today. We're obviously all stuck inside as we should be, but I'm still going to try and get these videos out. Now, I've been teaching this particular thing to driving instructors for a while now, but it might help learner drivers understand actually what's going on in their lessons, and if you're a trainee instructor, this is imperative that you try and put in. It's called my Bullseye Diagram. What this red circle represents is actually a hazard. It could be a junction, a cyclist, or a parked car, or in fact, anything. This blue line represents our car travelling towards any given hazard. If we are really close to the hazard, the instructor might have to use physical control to control the risk. This could involve using the dual controls or in fact moving the steering wheel. So this only happens when we're all the way up to area 1. If we are a little further away from the particular hazard, the instructor hasn't got to do as much. But they still have to manage risk, and they do this by using corrective talk-through. Phrases like stop, clutch down and off the gas help keep the situation safe. And this is when you are in area 2. When we're even further away, the instructor has to do less and the pupil has to do more. And they do this by asking some prompting questions. Things like how sharp is the corner or which gear will you need will help prompt the pupil into getting the correct things done. And this is when you are in area 3. Anywhere outside of area 3, you can be starting to ask open questions because you've got much more time. Try to get your pupil to think by maybe asking them what factors help them choose an appropriate gear rather than just which gear they're going to choose. To do this on the move can be quite tricky, and often getting your pupil to park in is the best choice because then when you are parked in, risk is 0. It also allows your pupil to think without worrying about other hazards that they're having to deal with. And generally you've got their full attention. Driving instructors should be trying to work in this outside area as much as possible, but it's not always possible. Sometimes you'll ask your pupil about a certain object or a hazard that's maybe 200 or 300 yards away, and they won't have even seen it. So honestly, if your pupil is at a low level, parking in is key. If you find yourself constantly grabbing the wheel or using the dual controls or even using corrective talk-through, you should be trying to adjust things to stop it from happening. It might be that the route that you are on or the subject you are dealing with is way too complicated for your pupil. It also might be because the pupil's eyes are literally over the bonnet every 2 seconds. Or in fact, it could be that you yourself need to plan much further up the road to give everyone more time. But even if that's happening, if your pupil doesn't listen and follow instructions, you can quite quickly find yourself at area 1 in a lot of problem. Corrective talk-through should be used to manage risk and not a way of just getting your pupil through that situation. We should be trying to teach the pupil how to sort it out for themselves. Get them thinking if you can. What's going to happen if your pupil is a little faster on the approach? These boundaries get further from the hazard. In other words, you've got to go to more control sooner. And this all means that you have to plan even further ahead to allow your pupil to deal with things comfortably. Remember, as risk increases, your pupil's speed should decrease, and if it doesn't, you need to raise your level to compensate. Sometimes you may be able to drive through the mistake providing you manage the risk. This could be on a lane change when you know it's totally safe and your pupil doesn't check. This retrospective instruction used to be frowned upon, but it can be used quite successfully nowadays. You should then park in to reflect, and this allows your pupil to see what they could have done better. I hope that's helped everyone. You might now have an idea why your driving instructor on certain occasions has to step it up. And honestly, if you are taking lessons, really important to try and look further up, look further ahead, and listen to instructions, because then it lowers the chance of your instructor having to get to that corrective talk through stage, or in fact on a dual controls. Thanks a lot for watching everyone. I'll see you all soon.